It is the first space research station that human beings have regularly inhabited for a long time. It remained in low Earth orbit from 1986 to 2001 and entered the atmosphere and was destroyed. I am talking about the Russian space station Mir. Following the Mir, the assembly of the International Space Station, or the ISS, started with the launches of the Control Module Zarya, a Russian segment, on November 20, 1998. Since then, scientists and astronauts have conducted various scientific experiments in space. But today, the space station is at the center of the controversy after the war between Russia and Ukraine. Russia says it will pull out of the ISS after 2024 and build its own station instead. A country from Asia has emerged to set out to achieve the same goal: China. The country began to construct its own permanent space station called Tiangong. Tiangong means heavenly palace. China has huge aspirations for that palace. The country wants the space station to have its own power, propulsion, life support systems, and living quarters. It is also designed to provide refueling power to China's new space telescope, called Tiangong. Following Russia's then Soviet Union and the United States, China is only the third country in history to have sent astronauts into space and to build a space station. The International Space Station is due to be retired in 2031, and China aims to replace the ISS with its Tiangong. But why does China want to do all this alone? In this video, I will talk about the real reason. A U.S. law that Congress passed in 2011 bans NASA to cooperate with China in space. Chinese astronauts or takonauts are currently excluded from the ISS due to that law. The ISS has welcomed astronauts from different countries, including Malaysia, the Netherlands, Brazil, and South Africa. But China? No. Astronauts from this country have never been embraced at an altitude of 400 kilometers, nor will they be. That's why when China operates the Heavenly Palace, it will be the only country to run its own space station. The law in question is due to concern about national security, citing high espionage risks. Officials in the United States claim that China is spying against them regarding space technologies and stealing technology from every major U.S. company. However, an article from Time disagrees with the claims on China, saying the technology on the ISS is not the kind a malicious Chinese astronaut would want to steal. It even reminds there are no borders on Earth when you look at the planet from space. Although Russia wants to build its own space station, this effort requires a huge budget. Therefore, it aims to take part in Tiangong. Tiangong is about 20% as massive as the ISS. Beijing intends to keep Tiangong operational for at least a decade. Completion of the orbital yard means China continues its claim to be a global major space power. For now, it seems that the country's Heavenly Palace will be the only space station in orbit after the death of the ISS.